Hello everyone and welcome back to another Figurehead Reviews video, and today we are going to finally assemble the Monster Venom Build-A-Figure from the latest Venom Marvel Legends wave. Here we have the Monster Venom pieces laid out with all the figures in the wave and their respective piece that they come with. So you have Venom with a leg, Carnage with the head, you got Poison with one of the arms, Spider-Ham down there with the massive torso that's bigger than Spider-Ham himself, Scream with the other arm, and then Typhoid Mary with the other leg. But enough about that. Let's go ahead and get this put together and take a look at the Monster Venom. And here is the Monster Venom fully assembled and looking vicious as ever. And this is supposed to be modeled heavily after the Matt Gargan Venom. The logo on his chest and everything that are very, very reminiscent of that. There are some subtle differences. I don't have any source material to show you, but there are some major differences with the eyes specifically. But with that even taken out of the equation, really cool looking figure, very threatening looking, and I love the plastic that they used for the body. We're going to get a closer look at that, but it has this almost purplish hue to it. It probably looks black here on camera right now, but it does have a little bit, maybe the light, if I adjust that a little bit, whether or not it'll come through a little bit better. But either way, it's a very cool figure, so we're going to get a better look up close. He, of course, does not have any accessories being the Build-A-Figure, so we're just going to jump right in and get our up-close looks here at the Monster Venom. And getting up close at Monster Venom, we see just an awesome-looking Venom head sculpt there. You got the jagged yellow teeth, we get the tongue sticking out, jaw opened very wide. I love this effect here that we get with the muscle almost holding the jaw together, and the veins and everything just popping out. Looks very cool. And I had mentioned that everything that I could find said that this is mostly resembles the Matt Gargan version of Venom, but the eyes on this sculpt don't necessarily reflect the comic book accuracy. But I tell you what, this is still an awesome looking figure. Looking at the rest of him, so we get, similar to the Carnage figure, we get some of the symbiote pieces, basically, if you will, sticking out. You get two pieces on the back, and then you get the pieces shoulder and upper arm here. But when we look at the back, look at all those veins and everything that they did just all over this body. You can see them sculpted in there, especially on the chest right here. I mean, that is awesome. The downside is, because this torso was in two pieces, no matter how much you push it together, I mean, I'm even pushing it right now pretty hard, you're gonna have that seam at the shoulders. So that is a bit of a downer. That's gonna be the most noticeable spot, because the piece on the back is gonna be kind of behind the arms, so not as noticeable. But man, yeah, that is just awesome looking. And that logo on his chest, the paint came out looking great, and I love that. Looking down at the arms, we just see more of those details I was talking about, with just everywhere, veins everywhere. This is a very much roided up version of Venom. And the hands, we get this very cool claw, more veins everywhere, and then same thing, even going to the back of the legs. Like, this thing is just covered in veins. And you get some pretty vicious looking Venom feet there. And if you can tell, and I hope you can, the plastic they use, I had mentioned earlier, it's black, but it's this really shiny metallic, and hopefully the light is catching it just right. You see like a hint almost of bluish, purplish, I don't know what it is a hint of, but it just really makes this figure pop, and I love it. But cool. With that being said, let's go ahead now and take a look at the scale and articulation. And looking at the scale here, we can see that Monster Venom is coming in at about 7.5 inches tall, almost 8 inches if we're doing to the top of that tendril there. So very, very big figure. As far as articulation goes, the head is on a hinge, so you can get some up and down out of it. Not a ton, but you can at least get something. And then it can turn side to side, but because it is a facing forward hinge, it's not, on the top. When you do turn it to the side, you don't really get a look left and a look right as much as you get a head tilt out of it. Looking at the shoulders, we can get them up, not too bad. Bicep swivel. Now this is a very hard joint for mine, very clicky, but a single jointed elbow. I should point out, even though it's hard to move, it's working fine. I actually like that it's that stiff. And then we have rotation and a hinge on the arms. You get a pretty deep ab crunch. If I can get his arm out of the way for you there. Pretty deep ab crunch forwards, and not too shabby going back. So that is something. You do have a waist rotation, legs that can actually go apart quite a ways. We can kick forwards pretty far, kick backwards not at all. Upper thigh cut, double jointed knees. There we go. And then you do have a small ankle cut right there, and then you do have a hinge and ankle pivot. And here's everybody in the wave standing next to each other. So from the left, we have Poison, Typhoid Mary, Scream, the Monster Venom Build-A-Figure in the back, Spider-Ham in front of him, and then Venom and Carnage. And that about does it for this review, everyone. And overall, this is just a really cool Build-A-Figure. The detailing that they did with all those veins throughout, the paintwork, while it is minimal, the paintwork on the logo just came out looking great. And this plastic that they used to get that sort of shiny black with those hints of purples and blues and stuff just looks awesome. Sculpt work is great. The little details with the symbiote, coming out, I think it was just very, very well done. This is absolutely going to have a home on the Spider-Man shelf for sure. But with that being said, that is it. Like I said, for the review. If you like this review, make sure to hit that like button. Let me know what you think of this Build-A-Figure, whether or not you're actually going to buy the entire wave, or are you going to try to source out the parts and maybe buy them separately. Make sure to hit that subscribe button for more content just like this. And don't forget to check out my new mini reviews that I have. They are vertical videos meant for mobile phones or mobile devices. Could be a tablet as well. But trying to really capitalize on utilizing the screen in portrait mode to really see those figure reviews on a mobile device. And they're a lot shorter too. But let me know what you think of those. Aside from that, thanks for watching my review today, and have a good one.